welcome. You're watching NDTV. We are now on YouTube every morning on Good Morning India. I give you 5 stories to vote on, and the ones that attract most of your attention is something what you and I discuss here on YouTube. Today, taking a break from the newsroom, I'm here outside Parliament, where the Maharashtra story has travelled all the way over here. Maharashtra story that has attracted most of your attention. More than 60% of you actually today voted on trying to understand the various twists and turns in the Maharashtra story. Who gets to be the Chief Minister? Who will finally form government? Now, to understand that, let's break down this entire segment and this entire talk into 3 bits. The first development on Maharashtra came in from Supreme Court. The developments there we will discuss. Second development on how the Parliament responded to it. And third, what is the latest that we are hearing in from Maharashtra on what is going to be the steps forward for that. Let's talk about what happened in Supreme Court first. At 10:30 this morning, when the Supreme Court sat down to look into the plea of the NCP, Sena and Congress combined, the judgment was clear. There will be a floor test by 5 p.m. tomorrow on Wednesday on the 27th, and it should be televised. It should not happen on a secret ballot, and that will be conducted by a Pro-Tem speaker. These are the 3 clear diktats that have come in from the Supreme Court that have to be adhered to. Now, in response to that, so that's everything that happened in Supreme Court. That's story part number 1 of the Maharashtra story. Second puzzle in the Maharashtra story came in from Maharashtra itself. Now that it's clear that the thing is happening, the floor test is happening tomorrow, Congress and the NCP and Sena is obviously very happy with this. They are saying this is what we wanted. We are very happy. Remember, the 3 parties put together all their MLAs in a massive show of strength yesterday at a 5-star hotel in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, saying that we are all together. It's 162 together, and we take a vow for our allegiance as well. So their numbers seem to be in place at this point, at least by the looks of it. The BJP is saying, well, we are ready as well for the floor test and we'll make it happen. The issue now everybody that is concerned about is who's going to be the speaker and who's going to conduct this floor test. Since the Supreme Court has now made it clear that it will be a Pro-Tem speaker, there are now a couple of names floating around. But before that, to understand who's a Pro-Tem speaker for our viewers, now a speaker is somebody who is the chairman of the entire assembly, and in a general course, he is somebody who's elected by the entire assembly. A speaker is someone who is put in that position with the consultation of the opposition and the ruling party. If that's the case, then there is going to be no speaker at this point, and thus, because we are not talking about general proceedings of the House, we are talking actually about conducting a floor test to ensure and to figure out who is actually in power. If they have the numbers, if Devendra Fadnavis has all the numbers with him, there will be a Pro-Tem speaker, somebody who will fill in that chair till the time the election of an actual speaker is taken place. Now, that Pro-Tem speaker, generally by precedence, is somebody who's the oldest member of the House. By oldest, we mean somebody who's the most experienced and somebody who's come to the House most number of times. Now, for the Congress, if that list is to be seen, they believe that Congress MLA Balasaheb Thorat should be that, because he has been in the assembly for about 7 to 8 terms continuously, and thus by that precedence he should become the Pro-Tem speaker. The other names that they are saying is of MLA KC Padhavi, which is also of the Congress, and then the third position according to them in the amount of experience they have is BJP MLA Kalidas Kobalkar. Now that's if you listen to the Sena and NCP. Cut to what the BJP is saying. Our colleague Sunil Singh from NDTV India has sent out this information based on his sources very closely placed in the BJP, that there are 3 names doing the rounds. One is Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil. Second is Kalidas Kobalkar, something which is again a match with what the NCP is saying as well. And then the third is Baban Rao Pachpute. Now, forgive my Marathi if I'm not getting those names correctly, but these 3 leaders are all from the BJP. So what Sunil Singh is reporting at this point is that the 3 names which are likely to be put forward as recommendations by the government, but that is by Devendra Fadnavis, who's the chief minister, to the governor, is going to be these 3. And then now there is going to be a lot of conflict over who actually gets that Pro-Tem speaker's position. Now, while all of that chat is happening, we are hearing also that there will be a meeting later in the evening where all the parties again will sit down with their MLAs and discuss issues. As we speak, we are told that there is a meeting that has been called by the BJP of all its MLAs at this point. So all those developments are rapidly happening as all the parties now prepare for the floor test, which now has a date and time. So we spoke about two issues over there. On Supreme Court, what happened? In Maharashtra, what's happening? Let me talk about what's happening here in the Supreme Court where I am. Well, in Parliament, beg your pardon, where I am. In Parliament, today is the Constitution Day. 70 years to you and I having the Constitution of the country, this great nation that we all live in. Now, there was a joint session called in by Prime Minister Modi where he would address in Central Hall members of both the houses and make a speech. There would be speech by the President as well, along with the VP and the speakers of both the houses. This session, where Prime Minister Modi spoke, saw a complete boycott from major political parties. What they did instead was right outside the gates of the Central Hall, there is a massive statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Indian Constitution. The opposition parties there, and I'm going to name out who all were there actually, went there and protested, saying that we need to save our Constitution, and what better way to do it than come here and protest about it. All this is, of course, happening in the backdrop where they believe the Constitution is being compromised, the democratic principles are being compromised. That's what the opposition parties have said. Let's take you through who all were there actually. There were some 5 or 6 major opposition parties, starting with the Congress party, the NCP, the Sena. That's obviously going to be there since all of them are protesting and are talking about how, according to them, there was this coup, sort of early morning coup that was taken out in Maharashtra. If they are to be considered, they believe that all of these parties and opposition combined are now putting pressure on the government to enforce and put down the constitution principles in place. So the Congress, the NCP, the RJD, Aam Aadmi Party, DMK, Shiv Sena, all of them got together, and few others we are told as well, and 5 prominent leaders, one from each of these political parties, read out a paragraph each of the constitution saying that we need to remember what it stood for, and thus we boycott the parliament session, the joint session at the moment, which is called in for the Constitution Day, and we are protesting here instead. It saw huge support. They were there for the entire time Prime Minister Modi was speaking, and much later as well, and said this is what is left of it. At the moment, here in Parliament also, the chatter is all about Maharashtra and what happens there next, and we'll keep bringing you the latest on our channel, on our website, on our YouTube channel as well for all you viewers. For the moment, that's all in this segment. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.